I gotta ask, what is the most messed up one that you would say that you'd be like?
It's hard. Actually, that's hard because obviously some of them do try to be really fucked up, and it's just like kind of comes off as like cringy, like oh my god,
like
you're fucking that girl's
4channer.
intestines, like come on, like you're just trying too hard.
Yeah.
But some of them are just like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. Like,
Well, because there's an entire genre for that, right?
Yeah, like
Eroguro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's something that I don't want to touch,
no,
man.
you don't. I don't like it. Like
I've been trying to dive into that side of things just because no one else wants to.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, how bad
For
could
good
it
reason,
be?
for good
Yeah,
reason.
for good reason. How bad could it be? And I'm like, the little that I've seen, I'm just like, I understand now. Yes, this is bad.
No, this is something where if I see some like Eroguro, I have to like completely separate myself from like that work and just view it as like a piece of like
dude,
artwork.
I am soft as a pillow when I look at Eroguro. Like I'm just like, no, I don't know how. I'm open to a lot of like different sexual things, like different fetishes. That you do you.
Yeah.
Eroguro though, if you're into that shit, don't come near me. Don't come near me.
I don't even think that like incognito mode can save you.
No.
Oh no. That's
like
just bad.
there was a okay, so I was also trying to get into Eroguro, probably try and make a video on it. So in Japan when I was at a doujinshi store, they had like these magazines that are actually I didn't know till later were quite famous for Guro, which is called Eroguros.
Yeah.
And do you know them?
Yeah.
And I read one, and of course it's in Japanese, so I didn't fully understand everything. But I will say, the dead baby stuff is not my favorite.
What?
Dead baby stuff isn't good.
I don't want.
I don't think we need to go any further than
Probably
that.
best we end there.
What the fuck?
Probably best to wait for either me or Sydney to make a video if we eventually get there. But no, but I totally get what you mean. Like some like doujins that are just like trying to be way too edgy are just like, come on, like we know you're trying. But then there are the actually fucked up stuff like Metamorphosis, for example, right? Like I reckon like if there was one, I'd still say that's my favorite doujin, even though it completely fucked me up the first time I read it.
It's your favorite?
Yeah, it's my favorite because like I don't know, like I like a lot of stories that are quite depressing, where like you watch a character go from
sad wank or what? Like,
no, because that's the thing. It was
like an
first...
existential wank.
Like, why am I here?
Question life.
No, but like Metamorphosis was the first time where I was like, I was prepared to go in for a wank, but then I had to let go and be like, okay,
Hold on.
hold on.
Zipper going up.
Yeah, zipper going up because I'm soft right now, but for a good reason, right? Because it's like that. Because that story is like, I mean, I'm sure Sydney can vouch for this, or whoever has read Metamorphosis can vouch for this. But it's like, it's a doujin, but it goes beyond a doujin.
Yeah, it's
know.
Yeah.
Like, how do you find it?
I definitely, when I first heard of it, I was actually, I think from Aki's video, when she made a video just saying like, oh, it's really messed up. And I'm like, oh, okay, I think I've been around the block. But no, I definitely wasn't expecting like, because I also am a big fan of depressing things.
I'm a big fan of depression. I love the work it does.
And so when so when all that started happening, when she graduated and all that, and just
we won't go into detail, but
it's no spoilers.
hella
no,
depressing.
I would definitely once I finished it, I just sat looking at like the ceiling on the bed, just like, where am I? What did I do to myself?
What did I do to deserve being here right now?
What did I do wrong in my life to be here?
What I think about Metamorphosis is like the Oyasumi Pun Pun of hentai.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Straight up is, and I think that's why I love it. Because I love Oyasumi
What
Pun
the
Pun.
fuck happened to this? Jesus Christ.
No, because I interviewed Shindowell, the creator of Metamorphosis, and I asked him about. I obviously had to ask him about that, right? And he said it in a really cool way, which was like, I wrote that story not to give this entire shock value of like, I wrote a messed up doujin, but because he was raised in America, he's like, I've seen so many people whose lives end up like this, and I wanted to show it not to like fetishize it so much, but more so to show off like, this can happen to people.
Yeah.
And if you find this like hot or attractive, then there's kind of something wrong with you. I'm not showing it as a type of fetish. I'm showing it as like, he's like, I'm throwing out a message, right?
Yeah.
It's about sending a message. Basically.
Hentai is art.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He gave the hentai. It's like, I wrote that because I wanted to show it off in an artistic way. And for the first time, I was like, you know what? that didn't sound pretentious. Like, wow, you're one of the first people who are like, okay, I totally get it. Because I was the same thing. When I read it, I was like, is this just edgy? Or am I thinking about this like way too artistically? But then when you finish reading, you're like, okay, no, it is actually quite artistic.
Yeah, definitely.
You should read it.
Yeah.
which is like
How long is it?
It's like
100 and something pages.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, so I can do it in like 30 minutes.
It's one volume. It's like
Yeah, it's one volume.
Yeah.